I'm here to be an all-time great.
You're now rocking with the best.
Purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back title.
Welcome to the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Oh, he's smoking hot.
The latest Laker news.
Another great Showtime feed.
The greatest Lakers show.
This is going to be legendary for a long time.
This is the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Lakers all day.
Go Lakers!
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Baby here, man, from Big Baby Sports. Got a very special guest, man. I got Andrew Jones from Overall Show, man. Welcome to the show, man. Finally, we got this together, man. Welcome, man. It's an honor.
No doubt, brother. It's an honor.
Yeah.
Because this guy grinding the way that he's done on the West Side, you deserve everything, man. And just glad to be part of the festivities, man. Just like when you are Overall, always glad to rock with you, man.
Yeah, man. So today's topics, we're going to talk about Lakers. The 37-38 on the season, man. They're currently, I think, 9th right now. How do you feel like they're going to end the season on a good note? Are they going to make the play-in? Or are they going to miss the playoffs, in your personal opinion?
Well, I mean, first, thankfully for your Lake show, they got back LeBron James just out of somewhere all on that Sunday with him when it seemed we didn't know when he was going to be back. The fact that he is back is a thing that's refreshing for all y'all, so you don't have to even deal with that whole question about whether he's coming back or when is he going to come back in the end of the season. And then for tonight's game, or as of this recording, to get D'Angelo Russell likely back. I mean, right there, you saw the importance of him on Sunday against the Bulls for the game on Sunday, and how just having his presence in the team, just to have people in natural spots, be able to have his shooting with his decision-making and ball handling is something that is still vital for this team, because you wanted to see this team be in full when the trades were happening. And, of course, we haven't been able to see that because of LeBron having his own injury except for just one game. So, you know, and also the status of Obama, we'll see, you know, what happens with him with that. So I still think with the uptick of least last week, with how Austin, Steve Nash Jr. Reeves has been shutting it down the way he's been shutting it down, and possibly getting himself some money in the offseason. But at the very least, having that uptick last week has been key, where at the very least the play-in, I think, is going to happen. Still got to be earned, of course, because of how tight it is. But I think it's going to happen with the play-in. Now, for 6th spot, with the Warriors losing the other night and having at least the Timberwolves climb back towards them and bring them back down towards it, that's still not under possibility. But that will only be contingent on if Anthony Davis is going to remain like you all need him, like you all want him to be consistently, and how he needs to really engage in that. That's just, to me, the main key for the whole entire season, if they're able to avoid the play-in. And if they're in the play-in towards the playoffs, it is all dependent on him, and then seeing the matchups and how the health is going to be so key.
Yeah, most definitely, Andrew. I 100% agree with you, man. But also, too, man, Anthony Davis, to me, my personal opinion, people may have different opinions from Honor Roll Student, Vince, Size Gamer, Bro, people that listen to me on my platforms. I feel like AD's inconsistent lately. He'll have 37 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks, and then 15 points, 10 rebounds. So it's like, I feel like the inconsistencies AD needs to improve and needs to be dominant every night. I'm just sick and tired of AD having these performances. He plays really good, plays really bad. And you want to be so-called the torch hand. Says when LeBron leaves, it's like, it seems like you don't want it. I'm not being mean. I'm not hating on AD. I'm just keeping it real. Sometimes I feel like Anthony Davis, if we don't make the playoffs, it would be because of Anthony Davis not performing at the highest level, in my personal opinion. And also, too, Austin Reeves, he's been playing really well, man. I like his game. You know, facilitate, shoot that mid-range, you know, get to the basket with ease, you know, and also, too, and I feel like he deserves that contract extension. But if somebody offers him a contract. Lakers can match it. So Lakers got like 7 more games left this season, man, and LeBron's coming back too. He's back, but he is questionable. Questionable tomorrow, all of a sudden questionable, but I think he's gonna be questionable for the rest of the season. I feel like if he gets back, well, he played on Sunday, but he looked like he didn't have that like lift yet, But overall, man, we got D'Lo coming back tomorrow. That's gonna be good. As this recording live here on Big Baby Sports, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. LeBron, AD, Russell, I think they only played 3 games together.
In fact, I think it was 3. I'm trying to remember if it was 3 exactly. Because of just the level of in and out activity, and actually, if I remember, it was just that Dallas game.
Yeah,
if I remember, and then of course LeBron having the whole injury in the middle of that game. So it's something, man, that you needed to really see this scene with Hachimura vote, Darvin Ham. I don't know what's going on with that whole thing, but you wanted to obviously see your team be full health after these whole trades. But as you say, Anthony Davis, get the amen out for. And this is someone where, I'm saying this as just a, objective observer for this scene, even though I definitely have LeBron's support all the way. But it is something where Anthony Davis is supposed to be the torchbearer. He's supposed to be the next superstar for you all to take that whole torch from LeBron. And, you still have those questions after he came back from this injury, where before the injury, he was showing those signs. And then once again, he gets hurt for the umpteenth time. Then when he comes back, you don't know if he's going to be consistently aggressive. Only having 8 shots on Sunday, Robert Horry calling him out the way that he did. I mean, it's just something that just needs to be said. And, Anthony Davis, you're such a world-class talent and experienced guy. The NBA 75 team, you shouldn't be getting into foul trouble whatsoever. You shouldn't be even having to deal with that, whether it's Vucevic out, Vucevic in, whichever it may be. So, that's still obviously the thing that makes me hold back on saying, well, they are still a real title contender with that, because you don't know, first, if you're going to get everybody healthy at the same time. Hopefully that remains at the end for the season, but you don't know what Anthony Davis we're going to get with that. And I think that's a fair thing to, assess without not being harsh, not being unfair. It's just the truth of the matter. The guy has to play the way he has to with how you expect him to be that guy.
100%, man. And also, too, man, shout out to Robert Horry, man. I had him on my show last year and stuff, but he kept it real, Robert Horry kept it real. Coach needs to drop more plays for him, and he needs to demand the ball more, man. Like, come on, man. You're one of the best power forwards in the game. You want to shoot threes and stand on the perimeter? No, you get your ass on a low block, give me the fucking ball, and get out of my way.
Come on, amen, y'all. He's preaching right there.
It's like, come on, bro. Like, against Chicago, there was at one point he had he had DeMar DeRozan on him. Got the ball in the post, threw it back out, set a screen, dive to the basket, and he did a little floater miss. No, you get your ass on a low block and go to work on DeMar DeRozan. Come on now. It's ridiculous.
It's BBJ, man, it's gonna come down and give him the Price is Right sound for that, because the guy, this is the same criticism that everyone has with him that he's still doing, and that is just not forcing his will on the game like he needs to. That second half against the Suns the other night should have been the first half last Wednesday, being able to get right in the paint, even if you're getting the ball outside of the paint, which is problematic, especially if Dennis Schroeder is still doing that per se. You can still have your force, but your skill set to drive right at the basket. And that's a game without DeAndre Ayton in there. So that should have been happening in that whole first half, as Mark Jackson was repeatedly saying in the whole telecast with it. Now, as you mentioned with LeBron being questionable, well, he's not questionable at this McDonald's All-American games, because he's watching, the girls game, and now then going to watch his son play in the whole game and then travel to Chicago with that. Yeah. So he ain't questionable there. But it's something where you expect them to get that need to pay back after that loss to the Bulls and getting that get back with Pat Bev doing Pat Bev crazy, ridiculous things as usual. But then the T-Wolves and the Rockets game, that is something where Minnesota has become so dangerous. Mm-hmm. The rest of the West, that's going to be a vital game at the very least to see if they want to get the 6th spot. And then must wins against the Rockets and Jazz. Got to have those games with how the Rockets, we know they want the Wembanyama sweepstakes. Mm-hmm. And the Jazz with how they have been struggling. And we don't even know if they're going to have Jordan Clarkson available then. So you got to at least, for me, to have the 6th spot and have at least some comfortability down the stretch where it be at least 6th spot or solidly 7-8 in the play-in. I think you got to go 3-1 before that Clippers game going down next Wednesday on the 5th.
Yeah, man, these last couple games, 7+ games left, these are crucial, man. I don't want to hear, if we lose tomorrow, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Other teams will slip. But no, we have to win out. We have to win out. I'm sick and tired of losing and then say, we'll be fine. No, this is what is this? They got a scratch and claw, dig themselves out, man. Like for me, man, I'm tired. Like I've been going for other teams so they help the Lakers out. I can't do that no more because the Lakers put themselves in this position. They got to figure it out. They got to go out there and dominate tomorrow night versus Chicago Bulls. That game right there is a must win. It's a must win. Like everybody's like, we have must wins all year. No, this is the biggest one of the season for us, in my personal opinion, man, because it's like it's just. Man, this season, man, let's hypothetically say we do miss the playoffs. I'm going to go and I'm going to ask you this before I go. If Lakers do not make the playoffs, it will be a failed season because as a Laker fan, we're all about championships and rings and banners. But for LeBron's individual stats, congratulations. Congratulations to LeBron passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Happy for you on your individual stats. But as a team overall, failed season. But I know Austin Reeves is solid. Hachimura, D'Lo came. Vanderbilt's cool. They improved. But if you don't win an NBA championship with the Los Angeles Lakers, it's a failed season. Even the late great Kobe Bryant said that. Magic Johnson. History goes on and on. It shows that if you do not win, in LA, it's a failed season. You know what I mean? Just like if my LA Chargers get to the playoffs like they did this year, they give up a 27-point lead and lost. Everybody's like, we had a good season. No, we didn't. We lost in the first round. We got blown out in the second half. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just different, man. All about championships with the Lakers. But it's just, I don't like when people say, we had a good season. No, we didn't. No,
you hold your team accountable like how the players would hold themselves accountable, how the GMs would hold themselves accountable, how the owners, matter anything on with the Spranos family, but at the very least, they would hold accountable towards, just that. And as you mentioned with the Chargers, making people viewed it as those that were trying to say, this is a good season by making the playoffs. But the thing is that this team, first, you weren't contending with the Chiefs in the division. It was supposed to be really contending to knock off the Chiefs and being a real Super Bowl contender. That was, the expectations with that. And the bare minimum was just getting into the playoffs after just missing the year before in that game against the Raiders with the kick and everything. So, it's something where for sure, next season, without a doubt, it's Super Bowl contending, a bust, for the Chargers, just like it is for my Jets, especially if we eventually get Aaron Rodgers, even though how wild that situation is, but how trending it is. But for the Chargers, with Justin Herbert not be likely on a second contract yet next season, despite the negotiations happening today, but it's where you still may have him another year on that rookie deal and getting the guys that they needed to get in the offseason, at least to strengthen the whole defense and be able to have that needed balance. Now, we'll see what happens with Austin Eckler, but it's with that quarterback, it is, of course, going to be a season next year where Brandon Staley has to go deep with that, especially after Sean Payton and going to the division rival Broncos. You know it, man. You know it.
Oh, we got breaking news. Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol, Tony Parker, Becky Hammond, and Greg Popovich are the finalists for the National Hall of Fame.
All right. Definitely get in.
20
100% get in.
Yeah, Tony Parker. That's not, congrats to them. But as far as Chargers, man, make or break year for the coach. Last season he did some boneheaded calls. Go for it when you kept going for it a lot, and that's just like as a fan, like why do you go for it a lot? Like in the playoffs, he barely went for it. You know what I mean? And just he didn't get his team ready in the second half, and he mentally locked in. Okay, we got this game. And Joey Bosa went crazy and all this stuff. It happens. It's football. You know what I mean? And I was watching the game at a restaurant. I'm like, I just felt like I didn't even get. I got excited. But I was like, you know what? Job's not finished. Something like you're gonna be set. Something was telling me you're gonna be set at the end. Don't even have a reaction.
Yeah, man.
It's like I'm numb to it, man. And Justin Herbert, man, he'll resign. And as far as Austin Eckler, man, if he doesn't want to be here, if you don't give him the money, then trade him. Get us maybe second or third round pick, and it is what it is, And shout out to Showman, shout out to Brian Shaw. Appreciate you. But man, the Chargers, man, my team has been through a lot, man. Even when we should have beaten the Patriots, the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers are just like the LA Clippers. They choke in crunch time situations, and for whatever reason, I feel like if Dean Spanos gets out of there, I feel like they'll be better. But until then, man, I have my expectation for the Chargers: stay healthy. I said this to Vince. Shout out to Vince. When we got Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, we re-signed J.C. Jackson. We got a full team. I was like, if we're not healthy, we're not doing anything.
That's right.
Sure enough, we're injured, and then try to scramble back with being healthy towards the end of the season. We missed the playoffs, and Khalil Mack choked in the playoffs. He didn't do anything, But I feel like if they improve in the draft, if they get they got Kendricks, Harriet Kendricks.
Mm-hmm.
He's a solid veteran.
Yes.
He's solid, and we'll see what happens. And Drew Tranquil went to the Kansas City Chiefs. Not surprised. I'm not mad. I get it. He wants to go win the ring, and
but you can replace him. You can replace him definitely, though.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. But
Aaron James, you missed it, and him going to the Chiefs. So that would have been like obviously if that happened,
Yeah, but just in general, man, like the Chargers, I think that I don't know, man. I feel like, to be honest, and I feel like the Padres or San Diego State could get it done before the Chargers do, because they're in the Final Four now, and that's crazy. Who would have thought?
I'm telling you, the fighting Aztecs, i.e. the fighting Kawhi Leonards, and get the Kawhi Leonard laugh out there to represent. It is something that it is certainly worthy for his whole services and how his alma mater have done their thing, and to do their thing is out. They got the last awards in it. They certainly could cut down and hold it down for you all in SoCal out there. But I love how you got at the Clippers there. You made sure to get at the Clippers where you said they have been choke artists, which they have been. Is that an omen towards this postseason coming? Is Westbrook's not going to be the savior for them? I sense you got that.
No, it's not. They're going to get bounced out in the first round. And, it's the same old thing with the Clippers, man. They're going to get bounced out in the first round. Probably second round. Maybe not second round. They're going to bounce out the second round. It's going to be same thing every year. You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens with that. See what happens with the Lakers, man.
The Barkley guarantee you got for that one, man.
I guarantee you the Clippers will get bounced out of the first round. Because I think the 5th seed, and they'll play the Suns in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's still obviously to be determined how wild this West is, but they've been still sporadic and really struggled when they got Westbrook in that trade, and you just don't know what's going to happen with them. Yes, Kawhi got the uptick, but we'll see what happened. With the Clippers with that. But, no matter what, it's still Lakers central towards that. It'll be interesting if Lakers play them in the playoffs, if that goes down, or in the play-in, because that could happen still.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing something right now. We're going to end that losing streak to the Clippers next week. We're going to end it. We're going to be ready. LeBron's going to be ready. AD's going to turn up. We're going to be ready because for some odd reason – I feel like personally the Clippers always play well against us.
Mhm.
And that's what they only care about for the season. Oh, let's play the Lakers, play the best season ever, and then if they don't make the playoffs or don't win the championship, oh, we're good. We beat the Lakers, and Tyronn Lue's undefeated against the Lakers. That is crazy. But records are meant to be broken, so we're gonna beat the Clippers, and we're gonna get into the play-in. And we're gonna do some damage, man. I gotta have confidence in my Lakers, man.
Yeah, you have the guarantee right there, sir, and that would be that right there. If they're able to get this win over this stretch, get a win against the Timberwolves with how they're rising, Lakers can easily be more dangerous than the Warriors, more dangerous than the Pelicans, T-Wolves. That's a matchup, no matter what. Grizzlies, definitely Kings with how they've been struggling lately.
Mhm.
And even the Nuggets, obviously. Lakers are a team. This West is wild. If they have everything together, if Malik Beasley and D-Row are hitting their shots like they're supposed to, like they've been shown here and there, and the promise of that, and getting LeBron back in that whole version. I mean, even without the lift on Sunday, he still had pretty good numbers off the bench in that weird situation of being off the bench. If they get that and AD going, that's a scheme that's scary right there as anybody in the West. So you still have that hope right there, my man. And as you mentioned with Chargers, hey, I'm a Jets fan. So you know damn well, like, if y'all had your heartbreak, we have shared in the same semblance of that. At the very least, we haven't blown a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl like the Falcons.
Yeah, but you're gonna probably get that bad man Aaron Rodgers soon.
I mean, we'll see if it's tomorrow. We'll see if it's August.
Yeah.
First getting them, but I mean, the Packers know no matter if they think they have the leverage, then they don't have the leverage. It's a weird situation.
Yeah,
but
it is.
It's gonna happen, and now not even a first round pick for them possibly too. Wow,
Yeah.
man.
What about Plan B? Would you guys want Lamar Jackson?
Well, I'm someone that has been a Lamar Jackson proponent since his sophomore year at Louisville. And, something where I wish we had drafted him, obviously, in the whole Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen in draft. And I have the tweets to show it there because of how, Lamar really showed throwing the ball with Bobby Petrino's system at Louisville. And Bobby Petrino, before he got into motorcycle accidents, was at least like the pro-style quarterback coach should go to. So I've always been, for that. I've always been in that perspective because he's much younger with it. But this is the scenario that they put themselves in. When you get in the thing, you can't hack it. Aaron Rodgers, buddy, you know that you are committing to Aaron Rodgers. So, it's something where in an ideal world, in a rational world, a lot of teams would be pursuing Lamar Jackson, no matter what the contract situation is with the Ravens in the whole 2 non-exclusive first-round picks. You got to give it the tag and him winning fully guaranteed, but at least you'll talk to him. I mean, he MVP at age 26. But, it's something where now we're on the road of Aaron Rodgers and down that road. So, something that I wish would have happened, but, something where he should have been our damn quarterback instead of Sam Darnold years ago. And then Justin Fields should have been our quarterback instead of Zach Wilson. But, Woody Johnson, he likes otherwise.
I'm going to throw something crazy out there. Just this is for Vince. Tom Brady's going to come out of retirement and go to the New York Jets.
Oh, my goodness. Look at it, baby, coming out of nowhere in heaven. Tom, get off his vacation. Get that out there, man. I mean, hey, as someone, as he's been as anti-Jet as possible, Tom Brady, that would be a comedic situation. Hell, if that happened right there, baby, I would be at that damn press conference asking him a damn question. Gary, I would be in that damn press conference right there if that goes down.
Yeah, man. But man, Andrew, thank you so much for coming on Big Baby Sports. Hey, go ahead and plug your channel and where they can follow you and watch your content.
Definitely, man. Gonna be another great episode of Overall. Tomorrow we do Overall for Monday, mostly Wednesdays, so sometimes Thursdays and definitely Fridays. But we do it 3 times a week. noon Eastern time, most of the time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, not only on Twitter Spaces, but still on Spotify Live, the only thing in another show, Sawani House, keeping Spotify Live alive at the moment. But yeah, man, we just do it there, and then at least highlight episodes are on Believe Network, with how Believe is just growing into something great. It's been tremendous. And then we'll see like a few things I got for ESPN stored and a few other outlets. Keep you posted on that and then some. But also, got to support you, my man, doing your thing in your way. Appreciate your brother. You keep on rocking and doing your thing.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining Big Baby Sports.
Always, brother. Got you.